First of all, I love to invite representative from ListenField Thailand. Big round of applause and welcome the first panelist, Dr. รัศรินทร์ ชินโชติ ธีรนันท์ค่ะ And next, representative from Hillkoff. Please welcome คุณนฤมล ทักษะอุดมค่ะ And the next panelist on the stage from Nano Onions, welcome คุณสดาวุฒิ การเกต And I'd like to invite คุณธนันท์ ธนทวี from Warich Foods. And of course, for one more moderator, big round of applause and give the floor to Dr. ธัญวัฒน์ เกษมสุวรรณ เชิญค่ะ Dr. ธัญวัฒน์ค่ะ the floor is yours เชิญค่ะ
Okay, good afternoon, and I have a few friends here, so exciting to see you all. And I think hopefully you're all excited to see this is the session about startups. We have a group of distinguished startups here, and they're all going to change the world for us. So hopefully we will start with that. You know that we are in the same supply chain roles here. I mentioned to them prior to this that you are part of the jigsaw of the big picture. So today we will share with you how each of them will be able to bring in the roles to help supporting the ecosystems, of the supply chains relating to us, here with sustainabilities. Right now, we all know that food security and sustainability is a big concern for all of us. It's not only in Thailand, it's the whole world, and I think we want to see that. How would you like to see that the part of significant opportunity that each of you could be able to bring in the benefits to help us, okay? I would like to give each of you a few minutes to introduce yourself a little bit because, we have quite distinguished, a lot of people here don't know you. So share your startup. Don't pitch too long, okay? The bell will ring if you pitch too long. But other than that, and then share a little bit of how you see these opportunities that you can bring in to help from your perspective. Start with Dr. รสรินทร์ครับ Dr. นุ่นนะครับ Okay ครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ Thank you for having me here on this stage. So I'm Rasalin, or you can call me Nun. I'm the CEO and co-founder of the company named ListenField. So ListenField is a farm analytics solution that provide information from soil until harvest. We connect farmer with the food and agricultural companies so that we have information along the way from soil, crop, farmers information so that we can optimize the way to manage the production from farm until the company. And let me share some example quickly. So our system is that we connect farmers with the companies. In this case, we help farmers to optimize the way they do farming, and at the same time, we help food and agricultural company to optimize the way to work with farmers. And this is one of the examples that I want to share with you, and I will later on share more information about this technology. But the key part is that we provide the information to help farmers to optimize their fertilizer use, optimize the seed production, and at the same time enhance in terms of yield production. And this is one of the projects that we work with Unilever, เกษตรศาสตร์ University and livelihood company that help farmers to adopt to regenerative agriculture practice. And this is one of the projects that we work with smallholder farmers in northeast of Thailand. And another project that I want to share with you that this kind of technology can also be adopted to other crops such as the sweet corn that we work with Sunsweet company that help them to have the information along the way from their farmers until their company so that they can have the testable information that can help them to be prepared to have the information that they can utilize to export their product to abroad. So this is the overview of what we are doing and the example of the technology that we provide and connect from farm to factory.
Excellent. You know, I have a farm up on the mountain, 1,000 meters above sea level. We still have a flood. Can you be able to predict the farming, the flooding? Because people keep asking me, you know, is it going to be flood? I said, I don't know. I should ask God. Do you have the data to be able to detect something like that? Is it possible?
Yes, actually, that is the one of the main questions that we always receive from farmers and also the food factory. We will be able to correct that kind of information. So we utilize historical information in the past that in which area that have a high risk to be impacted by flood. We have that kind of information and we be able to provide this kind of risk score to help to understand that based on this El Nino or La Nina year, then how much risk that farmer can expect that they will experience flood for this year. And in the bigger scale for the food company, then they can also have the information for the bigger scale to understand that, okay, based on this area, how many % of their farmland will impact by flood, which means that how many % of the production will be reduced based on this kind of risk.
Excellent. I'm afraid you will say that I have to move the farm. So, okay, let's switch to คุณปุ่นนะครับ คุณนฤมล from Hillkoff. Maybe you can share as well.
สวัสดีค่ะ I'm นฤมล ทักษะอุดม from Hillkoff Coffee Company as a managing directors and the second generations of the SME coffee business in Thailand. Thank you for having me here and share our story. We are 50 years, almost 50 years that we are on the coffee business, starting from the days that we are the pioneer and working with many of NGO in Thailand to change the opium crops to the other crops that maybe the hope's crop. So since from my father generation, we are promote various kinds of plants, cash crop, and also like a long-term plan, like for example, the coffee. So for coffee, we are continue working on this area and promote the farmers. We are investment to process the coffee, promote farmer growing the coffee in sustainable way, and we are processing them until the coffee bean. We are one of the coffee roaster and supply to many coffee shops in Thailand. Besides, we are one of the like a one-stop service provider for the cafe. That we are sell various things for the cafe, even the machinery. So on that jobs that we are working on with many or various supplier, we found that they are invent various things to promote the consumption sector. So we would like to be one of the part to like invent something for this industry. So that's why Hillkoff, because of we are the producing country, we grow the coffee tree. So we want to know about our resources that we have, and we want to like promote something that invent and can have a big impact for our sustainable business. So for a long-term decade that we are trying to understand the coffee pulp as a cascara, the coffee fruit part. We want to know the secret behind this part of the coffee. We have the question why most of the coffee business are not concerned these resources. They utilize only the coffee beans, but the coffee fruits was thrown away like a waste. That doesn't even care, and somehow there was like rotten and have the like water pollution, air pollution effect to the environment. So Hillkoff study invest a lot, and we found something secret behind. We cannot sell. Our government doesn't allow us to sell. They call this product as a novel food. So finally, we are continue study, and we can invent. Maybe my slide can show. we can invent one of the solution. We transform the natural to the wellness, and this is we call the nutraceuticals. From the coffee fruit named coffogenic springs, and besides we do the clinical study, we approved by the our FDA and also Thailand assessment. So I will talk with this innovation later, and yeah, thank you.
I thought you were going to mention today is the coffee international coffee day.
Yes. Today is very important. Today is the World International Coffee Days that all the people in the coffee society are going out and announce what we can contribute and expand the coffee industry together. So this is a very good chance that I can sharing this event with you all. Thank you.
Thank you. I love coffee, so definitely I will cheer your company. Okay. Can you move on to คุณ first นะครับ คุณธนัน You want to share from your company?
Okay. Thanks for having me here. I'm Ken. I'm the co-founder of Nano Onions. We are the first Thailand seaweed-based biomaterial innovator. So basically, we make biopolymer out of seaweed that's meant to replace the single-use plastic in F&B industry. Our product is called Right Wave Straw. So it's home compostable and marine degradable within 6 months. We work with the commodity enterprise in Chanthaburi, Lam Sing to help build model farming for sea lettuce, the seaweed that we use, and then we buy back from them at a fair price to create additional income for the local fisher.
Me slide ไหม You have oh there's always slide Okay so คุณ Ken with your straw you know that you will share more later on but I think I just mentioned I have your store here okay so it's amazing to see what you will explain more about when people say it's compostable you're not really a lot of people may not understand what compostable is not compostable because not everyone compostable is the same and sometimes when you see the label of compostable it's only industrial compostable. Maybe you can touch on this a little bit now, maybe, because I think that's important to people.
So, compostable is meant that it need to be processed in the industrial compostable setting, which required 58 degrees Celsius for the degradation to take place. If There's another compostable called home compostable. That one, it would just require a normal condition for it to become compostable. So basically, we are aiming for that.
Okay, ครับ Let's move to banana thing. Okay, so
Okay.
คุณ first or คุณ Thanan. I think this is important because you have your product here. Okay.
Yeah, I
maybe
have
you
a
can
product
pitch your
with me
product.
today.
Okay. I love it, by the way.
Okay. My name is Thanathwi. I'm the founder of Warich Food. Actually, we start just 3 years ago. After COVID, I was invited to meet with a group of banana farmers in Pathum Thani. At that time, actually they're selling banana to local trader and also exporter to Japan. You probably see a lot of banana at 7-Eleven nowadays, right? 7-Eleven is selling 500,000 pieces of banana per day. But you know what? 30% of those banana actually is not going to 7-Eleven. The farmer has to dump it somewhere because it's ugly. Only they have like an ugly peel and they cannot go to any market. And because the banana shelf life is only 7 days, so the farmers, they don't have any skill or any processing to do the banana. So that's what we start to do our business. We took the banana from the farmers, sent to our lab and develop some kind of snack that we can export to other country. When we look at banana at that time, most of the banana snack are banana chips. You know, banana chip is like a gui chap. Yeah, they use green banana, make it crispy by frying and coating with sugar syrup or maybe putting some seasoning. The problem is our banana is more expensive than Philippines, almost 100%. So we cannot export banana chips to other countries. That's why we try to use the value of our banana. Our banana, Thai banana, Hom Thong banana, the taste is different from Philippines banana. It's sweeter, smell better, but has shorter life, so we cannot export to other country. And that's we started. We use ripe banana, the yellow one, that's almost been thrown away, and make it crispy and puffy. And we send this product called banana pop because we use ripe banana and we make it pop like popcorn. And we test it with the customer in other country, and they like it very much. So that's how we start. And right now we selling our banana pop to Korea, Japan, and USA. And you will see this banana pop in 7-Eleven next month. Hopefully you can buy it. We really want to help the farmers, and we really want to have our banana going to the world.
Well, a couple points. First, the foreigners eat it before us. You see, Koreans and you said China, right?
Korea, Japan.
Japan.
Yes.
And it's only come up to commercials in retail next month here
Next
in
month.
Thailand. So don't
Yes.
miss it up. I test it. It tastes great. Banana pop, right?
Yes, banana pop. If you like something sweet, go to buy it at 7-Eleven.
Excellent. Okay. เรื่องกล้วย is not really banana. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. So now we want to drill a little bit more. คุณนุ่นครับ Dr. Nun. I think you know that I love the data, and we all say that we make decision based on the data. But now a lot of time the data and then technology is not cheap. And if you want to have a small, and most farmer in Thailand are small farmer, including myself, I can't afford expensive tools. I can't affording, tools and data and try to understand the data. How you see that, small farming and data-driven agriculture will be able to supporting this small group of farmer, which is the majority of the Thai farmer?
First of all, I want to argue with you that you are the smallholder farmer who don't have enough capital to afford the data and the technology. If you are on that side, then we will don't have the future anymore. Then let's come back in terms of the smallholder farmers. Let me share with you the story of ListenField. When we start ListenField at the beginning, I came with a lot of passion that we think that, okay, our technology should be in the hand of farmer. We want to change the way of farmer doing the farming. But we realized that is not the good approach. So we have to adjust our business model to really see that to develop the technology and to package the technology to be able to improve the way of doing farming. We have to choose the right user, the right early adopter first. That's why we start to work with food and agricultural company so that we can have a capital to develop the technology. We can test the technology with the user that willing to test and try the technology with us. And then we have more mature technology that we can be more confident to extend our technology to more user in this case, which is smallholder farmers. So this is one part that I want to share is about journey that how we going to build the technology and package the technology. It's not about like farmer first, but we have to prepare this kind of journey to be able to really change the way of doing farming. And the second part that I want to share is that when we have the right user to work with, when we have more mature technology that we be more confident to put into the hand of farmer. In this case, we can consider smallholder as a mass adopter. When doing this, then we don't push. We don't put the too much effort to the smallholder farmer, which means that learning curve for them can be lower. Also, this part that I want to share. And in terms of technology, right now, when we build this kind of journey to work with food company and farmers, we not really like try to force them to use the technology, but we have to build the journey that they start to realize that what can be the benefit for them. The first step is that we provide the information that help them adjust the fertilizer use. In this case, we show that when they utilize the soil information, then they can adjust the fertilizer and they can enhance crop yield and reduce the fertilizer amount. Then we show what kind of cost that can be reduced, what kind of income that can be increased. And then we start with the group of farmer or innovator farmers that ready to try with this kind of technology and then keep growing on that part. Then what I want to summarize is that the data for smallholder farmers is important, but we need to provide them at the right time so that it really can create the benefit and create the impact as we expect.
Love it because it's true. You know, I work with farmer. You have the right strategies to have driven, you know, from the user and selected and seen that it worked because adaptation from a small farmer like to see the big guy use it and work, and then they see they miss opportunity, so therefore they will jump in, and at that time your technology are more proven as well. So that's really good strategy. Okay, excellent, thank you. Well, we will jump into Hillkoff with the coffee days today. You know, it's a very competitive. You know, you can walk in this hall. I don't know how many coffee shop in this hall. You know, everybody how many coffee they drink per day, but you know. But you need innovation to drive the differentiations too, okay? And whether quality, productivity, or sustainability, you know, innovation can help support all of that. Maybe you can share what have you done, okay, in terms of in innovations in Hillkoff, and you can share a little bit more on how excited that you believe that will drive differentiations, you know, and make sure that your company is sustained. You said 50 years, the next 50 years, yeah?
So, starting from processing the coffee, we are as one of the producer in coffee industry. I bring some choice. This is my coffee anatomy. This is the cherry coffee that I buy from my farmers. But you know, when they are alive, we are take out many parts of them until we got the bean inside. So in the market we call coffee bean. So we are run this business over 30 years that we learn the coffee, how to process the coffee, how to roast the coffee and make the beverage like you may see in cafe, espresso, cappuccino, lattes. But my question is, why other 50% was thrown away? And people are not talking about it. So that's why Hillkoff study. And you know, this is a fruit part of them. They are so cute, right? They are tasty. Even they dry, we can soak in the water and drink like a tea. they call cascara is Spanish word. Native peoples, they utilize them, but most of the consumer country who are like developed this market for many years doesn't understand what is cascara. Maybe it's starting since from the colonial era that most of the people are promote the native people to grow coffee, take only the preserved part, and this is quite easy to digest, degrading. So that technology maybe on that day doesn't enough to keep or preserve them. So, but today is different. We have many technology. We understand technique to preserve them. But not only the preservation, Hillkoff want to know that what is the benefit behind this part. So we are studying, but we are very focused on the metabolic system. That is very important because of metabolic syndrome is dealing with that non-communicable diseases. That is a major of the major deaths in this world come from the like urban lifestyle that we are together. Maybe 30-40% of on these like people has the NCD diseases. So we are proven that the biomarkers on this part can be preserved, not too much high technologies. But we have to proven that all those biomarkers in the natural way, how they are working in our functional body. So we are test in various parts, working with Faculty of Medicine, Chiang Mai University. Finally, we have the clinical study, and we are proven that they can reduce triglyceride, LDL, and boost up the HDL significantly. That is very important because of you are treating yourself from inside out. From inside out, if your blood good, it means that all the healthy good can be like recover. So this is why Hillkoff very interesting and want to promote people in this industry to utilize these resources. But it take very long journey because it's 10-year proven, and finally we are registered as the novel food, and also we have the FDA in Thailand. So our next step, we want to like increase this impact to the global stage. Yeah.
Wow, so there's no more coffee here. This is a what do you call this thing? This is a shot, right? It's like
it's a short drink. On this form, maybe only Asian people like us that maybe like this is some kind like a healthy beverages. So in one day we can take about 2 bottles a day. This is under our regulation approvals. So Coffogenic is a nutraceuticals. They have their own health claim on their recipe. No need doctor prescription. They can buy from supermarket, from the pharmacies, from hospital, and treated by themselves, and under the natural formulation too.
excellent. I love it because you get rid of the waste that become more high value, even more value than coffee, by the way.
Yeah, and you know why we doesn't stop like that. We also collect all the number of the waste that we can return, and we are go back discuss with the carbon credit agency in Thailand, and ask them to deduct carbon emissions, reduce that carbon emission number on our major product, that is the coffee roasted.
Excellent. I think this is help answer. This is help on sustainabilities, and I think using product wisely. That's what you do. Excellent. Well, we'll switch to now with Nano Onion a little bit more, okay? Because you're working with Fisherman Village. This is interesting. We just talked about that how many fishing village in Thailand, and you have to deal with them to help them harvest your raw materials, which is algae. Share me with how do you do that? Because they go fishing. Why are they going to go and get an algae for you there? Because they sell fish and shrimps and this is going to be interesting that you have to deal with lots of people too, right?
So it all started when the shrimp price is falling. So they are looking for the alternatives to at least make an income. So, our seaweed is called sea lettuce or our rigida. So it grows in salt water. It's a saltwater seaweed, and it tripled its size in just 3 weeks. We go in and we invest in the model farming for the community enterprise in the coastal area. And then we distribute the spore to all the fishermen to try to cultivate it. And then after they cultivate it, then we buy back from them. The fisherman and the community enterprise member could make an additional income with at least like 100,000 baht per year if their yield is 55 kg monthly. Yeah.
And you know, right now you get seaweed from them. You process into pellets and make into straw. You know, we're talking just before here. We have many straw, okay, and your straw are not cheap, okay. It's not expensive, but it's more expensive than regular cheap, you know, plastic straw that we normally use. You need a good strategy to make sure that people switch. Okay, so how to go mass? We all talk startup that you don't scale. If you want investment, you need to show how to scale. Maybe you can share a little bit of strategy, you know, that how can you, or what you see your strategy to make your scalable.
In terms of scalability, when we design the product, actually the core technology is not in the straw, but in the resin that made the straw. We see ourselves as a platform for making single-use plastic alternative from seaweed material, not just a straw company. The resin itself could be used to extrude into the other use case or application. You could use it to do the thermoforming and turn it into a plate and a cutlery, a spoon, a fork, and anything that currently plastic can do. So by retrofitting our solution to the current existing infrastructure, any manufacturer in Thailand or global could just change to use our resin instantly, and that would make them bio in case that upcoming regulatory change in Thailand.
Okay, I think a good strategy that they don't need to invest any change in the technology, but you need to bring your cost down. Okay, that I would see that when it scale, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But you need that important to make sure that adaptability is more. Well, let's switch to banana. Okay, you actually your product, I love it, you know. But in first cup, what Warich food to leverage innovation in food production and process, you know, simultaneously rise standard of safety because you sent to Japan.
Yes.
You know, you sent to Korea. You need to look into how this technology is improving, you know, in terms of safety, convenience, and sustainability. Because how do you do that? Maybe you share a bit more. On that.
Actually, when you are doing something innovative, it's not easy. There are pros and cons of doing this, but I have to start first. Many years ago, I tried to get rid of our inventory of a fish, but we cannot sell because we do the same product as other company. So we try to do something new, and when I had a chance to work with the banana farmers in Thailand, the idea of doing something new is come up. And actually, I have to tell you that we spent 2 years doing this crispy banana, 2 years. We investing a lot of money, times to make it. I think we took like more than 20 tons of banana from the farmers and make it crispy and delicious as it is today. But it requires a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of passion with the team to make this product. It may look easy. It may look like just normal banana snack. But behind that, we really use a lot of ideas, a lot of knowledge and experience. But it took us 2 years to make this product. But after we have it and we present it to the customer, it took us a few minutes to present this product. We gave it to them. I mean, the first customer, actually, we started selling this product during Thai Fest 2 years ago. And the customer that we selling today not really visiting that event. Actually, some of his friends took the product, the sample, sent to him in Korea. And he texted me by email. And the next day, he and his CEO fly to Thailand to meet me. And it took us a few months to finally has the deal. And it took us also 6 months to standardize the product. And after that, we start selling this product last year. And this year, we have 2-3 more big customers like Costco, like Olympia in Korea. We have a lot of supermarket in Japan that buying this product. So that's pro and con when you're doing like something new. You need to set up the standard. You need to convince the customer to buy it. But the good thing is there's not many competitors out there. So it's not cheap, but it's not expensive. So in terms of when we try to export our product from Thailand to other country, the taste from Thailand is amazing. But the things that prevent us from selling this product is the price, really. It's the price. The cost of the product is very high. You have the tax, right? The tariff, everything uncertain. But you have to overcome that. After we made the prototype, we made a lot of to have to set up the standard. We facing the tariff problem, and then after you have huge order, you facing problem with the scale up. So nothing smooth all the way.
Well, I think that the next question for you will be more challenge because you need investment.
Yes,
Right.
I think
so when you need investment, what you see that because a lot of startup here all need investment, and we all know that startup need to build this resilience across the supply chains to be able to get this support and investing in, I would say, innovative product or technology. What do you see is important of mindset, and how do you experience when you get people invest in you? So maybe.
Actually, from my perspective, it's not only the investor that get involved. Actually, the whole supply chain also has impact on this project. For banana, I am trying to focus on this banana. Our partner actually not only the investor, but also the farmers out there who growing banana every day. Last year, we suffered from the heat, the drought. The production of banana dropped a lot. You can see one piece of banana can be like more than 10 baht. But this year, it's dropped by 50%. The price of banana last year is like 15 baht at the farms per kilogram, but this year it's only 6 baht. It's changed every day. So how to help the farmers and talk to our investor that we not only try to make profit, we try to help with the farmer and make sustainable business in the long term is quite difficult. So everybody that got involved in this kind of business has to understand that what we're doing is not only making profit. We try to make it sustainable in the long term.
It's great because the next question will be relating to that because we all work in a chain of supply chain here. You're just talking about price. Let's go eat banana now. It's cheap, right? But at the same time, you don't even know it will drop 50%.
Yes.
Okay? Dr. Nun, maybe you can, do you know that with the data that the price of banana will drop? So then the forecastings of the data, it's so critical, right? For first to make a banana or make the price of banana. This is something always challenging when it comes to agriculture, food and agriculture, unless you do, smart fermentation that you don't care, in terms of the weather and all kind of things. Maybe let's jump into this because I mentioned before, you all pass a very, very small jigsaw in the whole ecosystem here, okay? And I know that in this small jigsaw, maybe you yourself just look from something more tangible, something from your company. In the short term, what you would like to see that you and your company or your small ecosystem can create a positive impact. What would be needed? How you will see this small impact, in a short term. Let's talk a short term first. Start from very early in the chain.
Okay, actually, I want to touch upon the part about how data driven can be involved in this part. And for us, we can see that actually data can play a very important role. And actually, this is the part that we are working right now is that to make farming and supply chain become more predictable and make the supply chain more stable, which means that if we can analyze the information, we can understand more that how climate can be impact into the production. Then we can adjust our strategy in terms of the area of plantation, adjust in terms of the production that can come to the factory. Of course, this part is depend on the crop, what kind of crop that we're talking about. If like arable crop or annual crop, the area can be adjusted so that we can stabilize in terms of production, which means that when we stabilize the production, the price will not be fluctuated. This is one thing that data-driven play the very important role. And for us, as we are the company who want to build the technology that really solve this kind of problem, then we see that in the near future or even now, we see that the technology is not just develop and make it in the sexy term by saying that, okay, we are developing the technology, but what we are seeing now is that the technology and the data really be a part of the process, the workflow, and it's really practical to really engage and then optimize the way of work. And this is the short term that we expect to see more is that our data and our technology really be a part of this kind of real workflow, make it practical, get more feedback from the user and engage more with the user so that in this case the involvement, engagement with the customer and user, it will really evolve the way of data-driven, and this can also stabilize the supply chain and at the same time maximize the profitability of the farmers.
Excellent. I'm sure the whole chain will benefit from a technology you have because it's more relevant. Okay, that's excellent. Maybe from a coffee side, share any idea what you think you can make a big or small impact in the short term? Yeah.
Actually, I'm come from the highland. To adopt your technology is quite far away on this moment, and I agree with you because if we are predictable, everything can control. We can even redesign the new supply chain. So for us at this moment, what we can do, we are try to promote this idea because I have intellectual properties on this product. So we are going out from Thailand, starting to talk to many people and discuss about feasibilities to adopt in each destination country because there are many of producing country in this world and their size is a large bigger than us. So if although my idea, I want to promote this as the circular upcycle models for coffee business and asking them to design the parallel supply chains since from the farmers, not only the producer. Because of why, to process the coffee cascara, even the small farmer, women, children in the family can support their family earnings, revenues, income. So for the processor, they can design higher technology to process this cascara more higher standard. So everyone in this industry can adopt this, and we can redesign a new supply chain not only for the coffogenics, but we can invent, for example, in Hillkoff, we invent the a cider, vinegar from this product, the balsamics from this product, even the tea. So for the cafe, right now in this exhibition at the food hall, you can try the cascara cafe. That we are bring the cascara to be like a intricate projects with other kind of herbs from Thailand. For example, mon, gulab mon, roses. The butterfly pea or the ginger, you can find that they can play well with the coffee. So we can redesign a new various things. Since from the nutraceutical, food ingredient, food supplement until food from the cascara. So Hillkoff, as my size, maybe my target, we want to meet with the impact investor who understand this value behind, and instead that you are trying to invent various of coffee substitutes from many of effort to create of this product, you just utilize and promote. This is also the same resources from the coffee, and they have other benefit that have a very low caffeine, only 1/10 from normals like coffee beans, and they have their unique taste. So I want to collaborate with everyone in this sector to promote the new taste of coffee and jump out from the old cups. Thank you.
Excellent. Yep. You want to share more from Warich?
Our short-term impact would be to replace at least 24 million straw within the end of next year and create 40 additional income for the community enterprise, for the household, to have more 100K annually as an additional income, and also capture the carbon from our seaweed farming process. And also we would like to educate the customer to learn more about what was compostable, what's not, and what's bio-based, and whether sometimes even if the material is bio-based or is bio-derived, that doesn't mean that it would be biodegradable or decomposed or compostable. And I believe that because in Thailand we have a weak regulation regarding the control of biomaterial and usage. So the customer need to be the one who demand for the brands and the restaurant to change to the safer alternative for the planet.
For me, in short term, I have to help the farmers to survive first, because when they suffer, their family, they don't have money to survive. So we try to help all the farmers first. Like this year, we're buying banana at higher price. And also this year, probably you remember the mangoes, price also dropped more than 50%. We bought, We bought 4 tons of mango. I had no idea what I'm going to do with that. But finally, we got one product, innovative product, protein puff, mango flavor. I offered to my customer in Korean. They accepted, yes. And it will be available at Olive Young next year. So you never know. But first, in short term, help them to survive.
That's an excellent question. You know, we have very short time, but I would say that if you can ask, just answer very short. If you can ask the world or Thailand or whoever is around, you know, you want to speak out. What support do you need to make your dream come true, to make this whole value change, you know, support environments and sustainabilities, and maybe start with you.
Okay, of course, when we doing like innovative, we need support from actually the government. We need like the money, the budget to support like our research. So actually, the government trying to doing that, but we also have to rely on ourselves to make most from that money. So that's why we don't waste that and help the country and also the farmers in the long term.
Excellent. And I know our government support a lot of innovation. You know, you definitely NIA is one good example.
Yes.
Okay ครับคุณเคนครับ
Yeah, I think that the government need to impose some kind of regulation to benefit those who decided to use the eco product, because if they don't, then let me share with you some insight, because we have worked with many manufacturers that produce the packaging. Most of them told me that 90% of the eco product in the market is not true eco, because the client would tell the manufacturer to just mix in a part of biomaterial and then a part of petroleum-based plastic in order to reduce the cost. So, yeah.
Okay ครับ
I think that most of the people in coffee industry are afraid of the coffee price right now. And I also want to encourage all people together that we have a new taste of coffee. Why don't you try it? And how our government and all the people in our industry should be like collaborate together and promote the new way of consumption this product. Maybe we can starting from Thailand and promote this product around the world, because they can promote other kinds of agricultural product, local species together with coffees.
Excellent. Dr. Nun ครับ
So to help us create more impact to Thailand and to this world, I think of course capital is very important, but capital can come from two parts. One part is from the investors, another part is from customers, and I think this part is the part that all of us here can help. In terms of investor, we need the good ecosystem of investor that really understand that for impact companies like all of us here, it cannot just quickly create the profit. Then how we can create this kind of ecosystem that help investor to understand this kind of process and be able to invest more. As I think for Thailand, we have a lot of money, we have a lot of capital, but how we can reprocess the way of utilize money to create more impact into the SME like us. The second part is about the customers. I think most of the companies here can also be our customers. And I think very important part is that we really have to have the customer who willing to do a trial and error with a small company at the early stage. It's very important so that we can learn from customer need, we can keep improving, and we can also have capital to build the team. So I think this is the important part that I want to add and request big corporates here to reconsider this point. Thank you.
Excellent. We have a lot of big corporate here, so hopefully they hear what you ask. Well, some of us may not know 30% of population in Thailand are in agriculture. 30. Okay, so 1/3 of Thai are in agriculture and food. It's only generating less than 10% of GDP. Okay, so it's a lot of opportunity for all of us to creating the impact. Think about that and how much impact that they can create to the large communities, to 30% of people in Thailand. So hopefully we can make some difference in the future. Thank you again. We quite an honor to hosting you, and hopefully you all hear what they ask and supporting them. ขอบคุณครับ Thank you ครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ
ครับ
Thank you very much. I'd like to invite each one of the guests, please take a group photo at the center of the stage. Thank you very much. This is the reason why the gathering for all leaders and innovators for this SX 2025 to create and inspire awareness and spark truly real action. Thank you for insights and information for all of us. Such a very informative. Thank you very much. On this occasion, I'd like to invite Director of Organizing Committee Sustainability Expo 2025 คุณต้องใจธน Would you please at the stage to deliver for the token appreciation to all panelists and speakers? Thank you very much. คุณต้องใจธนชานันท์ Please welcome. เรียนเชิญค่ะ ขอบคุณมากๆเลยนะคะที่วันนี้เราได้เห็น แล้วก็ขอบคุณสำหรับทุกๆท่านที่วันนี้ทำให้เราได้รู้ว่าตั้งแต่การผลิตเลยนะคะในฟาร์มจนถึงการบริโภคเนี่ยเราก็ต้องมุ่งในเรื่องของความมั่นคงทางอาหารแล้วก็ความยั่งยืนซึ่งถือว่าเป็นหัวใจสำคัญวันนี้ด้วยต้องขอบคุณผู้ร่วมเสวนาวันนี้ดร.รัศรินนะคะจาก ListenField Thailand ค่ะขอบพระคุณคุณณฤมลจาก Hillkoff คุณธนันท์ค่ะจาก Warich ขอบคุณคุณสดาวุฒิด้วยจาก No Onions และขอบคุณท่านดร.ธัญวัฒน์นะคะท่านเป็นผู้ดำเนินการเสวนาวันนี้ครบถ้วนทุกๆประเด็นจริงๆขอบพระคุณค่ะและต้องกราบขอบพระคุณนะคะท่านผู้บริหารของเราวันนี้คุณต้องใจธนชนนท์นะคะให้เกียรติมอบของที่ระลึกแก่ท่านผู้ร่วมเสวนาหัวข้อนี้ค่ะกับ From Farm to Plate Innovation Snapshot ทุกท่านคะขอเสียงปรบมืออีกครั้งให้กับทุกท่านบนเวทีค่ะ Big applause once more time for all of us. Thank you very much.